I don't want to meet my soulmate because it's always Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah. Need to Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago. I mean, it's not the worst song.
Jonesy and Ray, just wondering.
Welcome back to Just Wondering podcast, where we will surprise each other with whatever topics come to mind. We literally know nothing and have made a rule to never research before recording, so buckle up.
We're your hosts. I'm Jones.
And I'm Ray.
And Ray, I was just wondering about music.
I also was wondering about music.
I mean, it's a pretty big topic. It's something that is pretty relevant in life. It's essentially everywhere.
So starting maybe with like the origin of music?
Yeah, I have no
Don't
idea.
know.
Yeah, I have literally no idea. Someone just
Do you
like
think
hit
animals make music? Like, do you think that we started making music when we were like still monkeys? Or do you think it's like
I could imagine that like a horse could do a pretty like mean tap dance beat.
You can train them to do it. I think they're just doing it because you're gonna like reward them. I don't think it's because they actually know they're doing music. I think it's just like when you tell a dog to roll over, you tell a horse to tap dance. Do you think it's one of those things where it's like that's one of the signs that we became humans, like through evolution? You know how it's like, well, we started using tools.
Instruments were a tool.
Yeah, or we started using music.
I don't think that we evolved because of music.
No, I don't think so. But do you think it could have been one of the signs?
Oh,
Like,
maybe.
if someone was looking back over human history.
Yeah, I'm like, did someone just like bang something and they were like, that sounds pretty cool? And then they just kept going, but like made a beat out of it.
Yeah, and maybe like through song, it's easier to remember stories and stuff, right? Because before there was writing, there would be more of like speaking or storytelling or singing to pass on histories. So I think that putting it into like a song makes it more memorable.
So that's how I remember the quadratic equation is through song.
Can you please sing it for me?
X equals negative b plus or minus the radical b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. To be fair, I think I might have messed up in the middle a little bit because it's been 12
a decade.
years at least. Yeah. Maybe more since I've had to do that. But I feel like I sing songs all the time. I'll turn anything into a song.
You do. My favorite was when we went to a hostel in Boston, and there was a guitar that was missing 2 strings.
No, that was in Nashville.
Oh, it was in Nashville. Like trying to remember, where were we? And there was a guitar missing 2 strings, and you decided that you would become a musician, and you got up on a makeshift stage and just serenaded the entire hostel with a story about me. And I was like, this is my favorite song I've ever heard. I'm my own favorite topic.
Same. I really, really appreciate that because same. Last weekend I was at a cottage and there was a guitar there that was missing 1 string, and I essentially did the same thing, but I didn't make up my own song. I sang What's Up by Four Non Blondes and also You Ought to Know by Alanis because we were having 90s night. But yeah, then my fingers hurt so much in the morning. It was literally just ripping on this guitar.
That's very relevant to me because I can play guitar a bit, but I usually don't. But last night, for really no reason, my housemates and I just stayed up and played guitar until late at night. And I was like having fun, which normally I don't because I don't actually care about music. But I was like, if you tell me the chords and show me them, I can probably play the rhythm of the rhythm guitar section and you can play the lead guitar.
I know the G chord, and that's what I tried to play on the guitar the other day, but it was missing the bottom string, so then I couldn't play the G chord.
Yeah, so like I play guitar, don't really know what the strings are. I think the top and bottom are both E. Maybe. But I don't know what the other strings are.
I have no idea. I think something that's really interesting about music is all the different genres of music. People are more passionate about what they hate than what they love. I get that a lot because I'm a big country music fan, and a lot of people really hate country music.
I really don't mind any kind of music. I'm not going to turn it off. But for the most part, like I have it on as background all the time. There's nothing I hate.
I would probably say the only music I like hate is like heavy screamo metal. Just because I don't like, it doesn't feel like music. It just feels like yelling. Most music you can like have in the background, and that's not music that I feel like I can have in the background. Like,
I think you don't like it because you really, really like to sing along and
yeah,
you can't sing along to Screamo.
no,
I don't mind it. Like, I'll leave it on. I'm happy
yeah.
to. Like, it gets played in my home all the time. The thing is with Screamo, like, you kind of have to listen to it loud to get the full effect, but I don't like to listen to my music ever past like half volume. I have really good hearing and I just feel very uncomfortable with a lot of loud sounds.
Don't necessarily love going to like live shows of like small or like rock or like metal bands because I always find that it's way too loud and I can't hear the lyrics. And
I love going to like independent shows.
I always go to them. I've been to a lot with you, but they're not my favorite. But I like to support the people around me, so I'll go. But yeah, I usually wear earplugs, and I'm like,
I always wear earplugs. Like one time I forgot to bring earplugs to a show and I was like, I can't believe I did this to myself. I have a lot of friends who are musicians. I hang out with them a lot. They like to just jam. If everyone's hanging out, like guitars will come out. I've dated musicians. So I've gone to a lot of shows for like friends and for like boyfriends or whatever. I never want to practice or play.
except last night.
Yeah, but now I'm like, could I get into it?
Yeah,
Right? So we like just like took it slow and like I didn't feel discouraged because usually I'm just like, oh, I'm not getting any better. This is so annoying. And they're like, you've been practicing for 7 minutes. What instruments have you played?
I played the recorder like everyone else.
I never did.
Oh, you didn't have to play the recorder in grade 4?
No.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah.
They sound terrible. And I only learned hot cross buns. And then, but I did get pretty good at playing My Heart Will Go On, like from Titanic. And then I joined the band in grade 5 and I played trumpet. My parents really hated that. In grade 7 and 8, we had to play guitar. I only learned like individual chords. Like I never really learned how to play a song. And then we also decided to do a battle of the bands, and so I started to play the bass. We just played a White Stripes song, so it was only about like 4 notes. And then there's a point where I asked for a keyboard, so I had a keyboard, and I only learned the beginning part of the Peanut song, the part that goes do 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 do. I went through a phase where I was like, I'm going to learn how to play the ukulele. I did not learn how to play a ukulele. I remember once, I think I was telling you a story and I was like, yeah, I learned how to play this song on the ukulele, but I can only play it if Maggie tells me exactly what to do and when. And you were like, so you didn't learn it. So I've definitely done a couple of instruments. I would not say that I am musically inclined.
You sing.
Like I'm not like, oh my god, I'm such a good singer, I'm gonna be a famous singer.
No.
But like karaoke is my favorite activity of all time, and I will sing out loud at any possible given moment. What instruments have you played?
I played the French horn from grade 6 till grade 9.
Nice.
And then I bought a guitar when I was 16 and it has sat in the corner of any room in my home ever since.
Fair. So definitely haven't bumped around as much.
No.
But your skills are probably much better than mine are.
I am a fast learner and I have a good memory. So I have good retention,
Yeah.
but not good attention.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Do you have a favorite genre of music?
Christmas.
Honestly, like I appreciate that. I love Christmas music. I would argue that the Michael Bublé Christmas album is the best album of all time.
I do like that one. I also like Mariah Carey. I also like the John Legend one. Did you know Bright Eyes has a Christmas album? That's pretty funny. It's really good as well.
I do love when like bands that I like come out with Christmas songs. Christmas is a great genre. It's almost time for Christmas.
I'm so excited.
And I like that you can like any kind of Christmas music, like any genre of music can sing Christmas. You can have like R&B Christmas, country Christmas, rock Christmas, jazz Christmas. Like you can have it all, but it's all still Christmas.
Because I don't have a favorite genre otherwise. I do listen to a lot of classic rock. It's what I grew up listening to because of my dad, but also a lot of like soul and Motown because my mom loved it. A lot of jazz standards because that's what my grandmother loved. I listen to a lot of like hip hop now.
That's what I would have guessed for you. I would have guessed.
But I've listened to like so much like sad sack emo music, like alternative rock. Like I really like all genres.
The genre that I listen to most is country for sure. But yeah, I also love like pop punk is like a huge one. Boy bands, like sort of like what do they call it, like bubblegum pop, like just like I like music you can sing along to. My favorite kind of music is a music that I know the words to.
I don't love like bubblegum pop. But
I
would
mean,
say
like I'm talking like Spice Girls, like Britney Spears. You don't like that stuff.
I mean, I can sing along to it too, so I know
Yeah.
why you like it because that's what you like.
Yeah.
But I felt very sabotaged when my Apple Music started to put like Britney Spears into my favorites music
Yeah.
because other people use my computer to listen to music at home. Like if I put on my favorites playlist, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is wrong now.
In my like daily playlist, because I use Spotify, Metallica keeps coming because my nephew just wants to listen to Metallica all the time. Like I didn't sign up for this. Another reason probably of liking music is that I now really love dancing. Like I love going to like a dance bar and just like I don't want to go to the club. Like I don't want like house music or like that kind of stuff, but music that you can like sing along to, jump around to. Like I love that.
I don't mind any kind of music for dancing for the most part.
Mhm.
I do like I'll listen to house music for dancing.
Yeah.
I would be happy to take any kind of dance class as well. I love
Mhm.
dance. I took dance for years. So if someone was like, hey, do you want to go to swing dancing, which I did do one time, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go to the swing dance class because he had no one to go with.
Yeah.
He was my ex-boyfriend, and swing dancing is like speed dating where you learn the steps with your partner, but then you go around the circle and dance with every other person in the dance studio. And I was like, I really like that we broke up like 6 months ago and you just brought me to speed date dancing. I'm like, did you meet any like nice girls? And he was like, yeah, actually a couple of them were really cool. I was like, yo, same.
I didn't know you did that. That's so funny.
Yeah, and my favorite move was when you just like held hands and you jumped really fast in a circle. And there was one person that I'd be so excited to go with because he would jump so fast that I'd be like flying around. Oh man, yeah, that was fun. Like I'm very like up for square dancing, line dancing. So
line
fun.
dancing, I love going to the bar and line dancing. I took as a kid, I did 1 day of ballet as a kid. I wasn't very good at it, so I quit and played hockey instead. But I did take 2 years of Irish dancing. I'm not good at it though, which is why I don't do it. I'm not a very good jumper.
I love jumping.
So
Jumping jacks is my favorite activity.
We had our own TikTok dance studio the other day in the backyard. You caught on quite quickly.
Yep. It's like the same thing with playing guitar. To me, it's like if you show me what I'm supposed to do, I can repeat it back to you. Same with choreography. I would say I'm a better freestyle dancer than like a freestyle musician. Time I went to breakdance class. That was also very fun. Yeah, I just went. It was like a free drop-in, like 2-hour breakdance class. I was not good because you have to have this kind of swagger and you have to have the confidence to like. It's like voguing in a way. Like you do your move and then you have to like pose and you have to make it like and I would always feel like so silly. I'm like, I can follow the choreography, like the steps you're showing me, but the freestyle and the swagger I didn't have because I'm like, I'm so weird. I feel too much pressure. I'm shy. I never went back.
I feel like I would have the opposite. Like I could have the swagger, but like I have no rhythm. So bad at like dancing and the moves and like
they like immediately went like the circle around you. Like you had like 20 minutes where you kind of learned some basics and then you just went right into like you had to go into the middle of the circle in front of the whole class and I'm like, this is so embarrassing.
No thanks. It was funny. So one year we went to Cuba on a vacation and we went like a day after Fidel Castro died. So the whole country was in like 8 days or 9 days of mourning. So they weren't allowed to play any music and you don't realize how prominent it is in life and like everywhere you go until it's not there at all. If you walked into a store and they weren't playing any sort of music, you'd be like, it's so quiet in here, it's so weird. You don't realize how prominent it is and how much you like it's always there. Like music's always there.
You know what's really annoying? Hold music or like elevator music. Like
I don't like that. Music.
Why don't they just put normal music on?
It might be like sometimes there's like laws about like broadcasting and whatever if you're like making money or whatever.
I think they want you to hang up.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason that an elevator couldn't play the radio because I think the radio anyone can play.
But I don't think you maybe get signal inside the elevator. Because you know how sometimes even your phone doesn't really work in the elevator?
Yeah.
Not all, but I feel like sometimes my phone doesn't work in an elevator. So maybe because of the elevator shaft, they can't get signal
Oh yeah, that makes sense. It's like, how often do you just have like a song stuck in your head forever for like so long?
I once read a meme that said when a song just comes into your head unannounced, it's because your soulmate that's out there in the world is listening to it. I don't want to meet my soulmate because it's always Cotton Eye Joe.
Need to Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago. I mean, it's not the worst song. Do you have a favorite song?
I don't think so. I usually prefer albums over just a song, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think that I could name a favorite song.
You know who's a very talented musician? Peter Graham.
Peter Graham is a great musician. His music is great. You should listen to the Peter Graham Band.
They have a new album coming out soon.
Ray, what are you drinking today?
Drinking coffee because it's 10 a.m.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What kind of coffee are you drinking?
A medium roast coffee. I got it from my work at the Coffee Tree. It's like small batch roasted direct trade from Burundi.
Mine is also from Coffee Tree. It's Cottage Craving.
It is a medium roast. It
Yes.
is a blend of Guatemalan, Brazilian, and Ethiopian coffees. So it's very full-bodied and well-balanced.
Well, thank you for listening.
If you guys are musicians, send us links to your music. We do want to support you. We will come out to shows when shows are happening again.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a favorite band, let us know about that as well.
Do you have a favorite song? I think that's a hard one. Like, I think it's really hard to have a favorite song. Follow us on Instagram at just.wondering.podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can email us at justwonderingpodcast.ray@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. I thought you were frozen.